Have you ever wondered why the Bible, one of the most widely read books worldwide, is also one of the most controversial? It's a question that has sparked countless hours of discussion, debate, and intense analysis. This book, revered by many, is a tapestry of narratives, laws, prophecies, and poetry. Its words have been dissected by scholars, theologians, and believers, leading to different interpretations and a multitude of debates. These controversies, while challenging, have added layers of richness and depth to the study of this ancient text. From questions about literal versus metaphorical interpretation to debates on whether events described were local or global, historical or symbolic, these controversies are not just about understanding the past but also about how we view the world today. So buckle up, friends. We're about to embark on an enlightening journey. Join us as we explore some of the most debated controversies in the Bible and how they're seen in today's society. The creation story in the book of Genesis, a literal 7-day creation or a metaphorical narrative? This question has sparked countless debates among scholars, theologians, and laypersons alike. Let's delve into these differing interpretations. On one hand, we have those who interpret the creation story as a literal account. They believe that the universe, earth, and all life forms were created in 6 days, with God resting on the 7th. This interpretation is often termed as young earth creationism, a belief system that holds the universe to be relatively young, around 6,000 years old, based on biblical genealogies. On the other side of the debate, we have those who interpret the creation story as a metaphorical narrative. This interpretation, often referred to as old earth creationism, sees the days of creation not as literal 24-hour periods, but as metaphoric representations of longer periods, possibly even millions or billions of years. This perspective allows for the incorporation of scientific theories such as the Big Bang and evolution, while still acknowledging a divine creator. However, despite these differing views, there is a central theme that remains constant and unchallenged. That is the belief in God as the creator of the universe. Regardless of whether one interprets the Genesis account as a literal 7-day creation or a metaphorical narrative, the underlying message is the same. A higher power, a divine being, was at the helm, crafting the cosmos and all that it contains. The beauty of these diverse interpretations lies in the dialogue and understanding they foster. They allow for a rich tapestry of beliefs, each contributing to a deeper understanding and appreciation of the creation story. In the end, it's not about which interpretation is right or wrong. It's about embracing the shared belief in a divine creator and the wonder of creation itself. Whether seen as literal or metaphorical, the creation story emphasizes the central role of a higher power in the creation of the universe. The story of Noah's Ark. Did a global flood really happen, or was it a local event? This is a question that has sparked endless debates among scholars, historians, and religious figures. The story of Noah's Ark, as told in the Bible, describes a massive flood that wiped out all life on Earth, sparing only Noah, his family, and a pair of every animal species. Many who read the Bible literally interpret this as a global event, a divine deluge that submerged the entire planet underwater. Those who subscribe to this interpretation often point to the universality of flood myths in various cultures as evidence. They argue that such widespread stories of a catastrophic flood suggest a common global event in our ancestral memory. This interpretation underscores the omnipotence of God, His ability to judge and reshape the entire world. On the other hand, some believe that the flood was a localized event. This perspective often comes from those who read the Bible in a more metaphorical or contextual sense. They suggest that the flood could have been a major but localized natural disaster, such as a massive river flood that was then recorded and passed down through generations. This interpretation emphasizes the human experience of the divine, how we perceive and narrate God's actions based on our limited local perspectives. While these interpretations may seem contradictory, they both shed light on important themes within the Bible. A global flood underscores the universality of God's judgment and mercy, reminding us of the divine power that governs all of creation. A local flood, meanwhile, highlights the personal nature of our relationship with God, demonstrating how divine action can be understood and experienced within our own context. The global or local nature of Noah's flood is a question that may never be definitively answered, but in contemplating it, we engage with the rich tapestry of interpretations that bring us closer to understanding the divine mysteries. Whether global or local, the story of Noah emphasizes the themes of judgment, redemption, and the promise of a new beginning. The Exodus, an actual historical event or a symbolic tale of liberation? This question has sparked countless debates and discussions among scholars, historians, and theologians. The Exodus, the biblical story of the Israelites' escape from Egyptian slavery under the leadership of Moses, is undoubtedly a cornerstone of Jewish, Christian, and Islamic faiths. But does it recount an actual historical event, or is it a symbolic tale meant to convey deeper truths? On one hand, some scholars propose that the Exodus is a factual historical event. They argue that the detailed accounts of the Israelites' experiences, including their enslavement, the plagues of Egypt, their miraculous escape across the Red Sea, and their subsequent wandering in the desert, are too specific to be merely allegorical. They contend that these accounts reflect a collective memory of a real event that was passed down through generations. On the other hand, some scholars suggest that the Exodus is not a literal historical account, but a symbolic narrative. They point out that despite extensive archaeological investigations, there is a lack of concrete evidence to corroborate the biblical account of the Exodus. They propose that the story of the Exodus was crafted as a powerful narrative to instill hope, to inspire resistance against oppression, and to underscore the theme of liberation. Whether we view the Exodus as a historical event or a symbolic tale, one thing is clear: the story resonates deeply with people across the globe. It is a narrative of hope, of liberation from oppression, and of the human spirit's indomitable quest for freedom. It's a story that has inspired countless works of art, literature, and music, and continues to inspire individuals and communities in their struggles for freedom and justice. Historical event or symbolic tale, the Exodus story remains a powerful narrative about freedom and deliverance. It serves as a reminder that oppression can be overcome, that hope can be found in the most desperate of circumstances, and that freedom is a fundamental human right worth fighting for. The apocalyptic literature in the Bible, prophecies about the future, or commentaries on past events. Now there's a question that stirs the pot. This controversy is as old as the texts themselves, and it focuses on the apocalyptic literature, like the Book of Revelation. These books of the Bible are filled with vivid imagery and cryptic language which can be interpreted in many different ways. Some view these passages as prophecies about the future, foretelling events yet to come. They see the symbolism as a divine code, a puzzle to be solved, with clues to the end times and the ultimate destiny of humankind. Others, however, see these texts in a different light. They interpret them as symbolic commentaries on past events. For them, the apocalyptic literature is a reflection of the times in which they were written, using metaphor and symbolism to comment on political, social, and religious issues of the day. These differing interpretations can greatly influence the way people read and understand these texts. For those who see them as future prophecies, the apocalyptic literature can be a source of concern or even fear. But it can also inspire hope, a belief in a divine plan and the promise of a better world to come. For those who interpret them as commentaries on past events, these texts offer a window into the historical context of the Bible. They provide insight into the struggles and challenges faced by the early Christian communities, reminding us of the enduring power of faith in times of adversity. In the end, whether we view the apocalyptic literature as future prophecy or past commentary, one thing remains constant: the power of these texts to inspire hope and perseverance in times of trial. They remind us that no matter what challenges we face, we are not alone. We are part of a story that spans millennia, a narrative of faith, hope, and resilience. Whether seen as future prophecy or past commentary, the apocalyptic literature inspires hope and perseverance in times of trial. As we've seen, the Bible is a book filled with controversies, from debates over literal versus metaphorical interpretations, to questions around the scope of the Great Flood, to the dichotomy of historical fact versus symbolic narrative, and finally, the ambiguity of prophecy versus past commentary. Each of these controversies adds a layer of complexity and richness to the text, making it a living, breathing document that continues to inspire and challenge us. These controversies are not roadblocks, but rather stepping stones, leading us towards deeper understanding and appreciation. They invite us to question, to explore, and to engage with the text in a dynamic and meaningful way. So, embrace these controversies. They don't diminish the Bible's value. Instead, they enhance our understanding and appreciation of this remarkable book. Please remember to like and subscribe for more insightful content. Thank you for watching.